Congratulations to the Providence Friars. We're going to start off with Nate Lehman with a comment about the game, and then we're going to ask the student athletes some questions and come back to Coach. Please identify yourself and tell us who you're working with. Let's start with Coach Lehman.
It was a good game. I thought I was really proud of our team for executing our game plan and sticking with it. They're a great transition team, and Johnny made some good saves in the game tonight. So I'm really proud of our effort. I thought it was a good effort from our guys, and now we have to turn around and have another good effort for tomorrow afternoon.
Questions for the Providence student athletes here in front of.
John, Anthony, Lindsay of basketball. In the third period, late there was that shot that popped up and caught you off the mask. Couldn't get seemed to be coming at you from all angles and really putting them on you. Did you, at any point feel like you finally had the game in control?
No, we knew how good of an opponent they were, especially offensively. And after the second period, we really wanted to stay desperate. We wanted to keep playing our game, and that's what we did in the third period. So they were firing pucks from all areas, but most of them were perimeter shots because our guys were doing a great job of boxing out of the net front. And I don't think there was a shot that didn't have a clear lane to me tonight, so it made the game pretty easy from the guys around there.
If you guys could just speak a little closer to the microphones to make sure everybody in the room can hear you, we'd appreciate that. Next question.
John, in the first 2 minutes of the game, they had 5 shots on goal. When you have a start like that, where you have to make a lot of saves, does it kind of force you to get locked in a bit quicker, and could you sense right away that you're going to have a big night?
It definitely helps to see pucks early and to get a feel for the puck. We knew that they were a Frozen Four team last year, obviously made it to the national championship, so they had experience on their side in a way. So we just knew that we had to weather the storm and just give them our best push back, and that's what they came at us for the first 3 or 4 minutes. But I think after that, we got our legs under us and we really took it to them.
Pat?
Pat Eberhard, the Associated Press. Mark, can you just talk about what it's like having John behind you and how that helps the offense?
I mean, it's unbelievable when you have a goalie like John behind you. If we bend a little too much, we have John back there to help us out. But I think we've played a great team game tonight all around.
Hi, I'm Maggie from NBC 10 in Providence. This question's for John and maybe Mark if you don't mind answering too. But you guys beat a team 4-0 and went to the national title game last year. That team hasn't been shut out all year. I know you guys have confidence in yourselves and your teammates, but in some ways, are even you surprised about how this game went down?
I don't think surprise is the right word. We were just taking the game as it went, playing in 5-minute increments, and just focusing on shift by shift and period by period. And like we said, we knew that they were a good opponent, but we also had belief in ourselves because we knew we could have the ability to get here at the beginning of the year. And coming down, didn't matter who we were. We weren't coming here just to have fun and be here. We were coming here to win. So it's a special win, but it's time we got to let it go and come back tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Johnny hit on the head right there. I think we all have the belief in ourselves in that locker room. Everyone in that locker room believes in ourselves, and like you said, we came here to win. And I think this first game we got off to a good start, and we have to carry it into tomorrow.
Brian?
Probably for either Mark or Steve. Could you tell a point in the game when you felt like we were starting to get frustrated with the way it was going?
I guess maybe midway through the second, we got a couple lucky bounces. I think our second goal went off one of their defenders, and then the power play goal was close to a high stick there. And once we got a couple goals up, you could see them getting a little frustrated, just taking shots after the whistle or whatever. So we just wanted to keep on them and keep the pressure on.
Jeff?
Jeff Knox, Steve, it seemed like your defense did a really good job of being physical and kind of taking the Quinnipiac boards out of there. Can you kind of keep the game plan?
Yeah, we knew they have 3 lines or 4 lines that can score, and if you give them time and space, they're going to make plays. So our focus going in as D-core is just to limit their space and have tight gaps and just keep them to the perimeter. I think we did a decent job with that tonight.
Brian?
For John, did you, during the World Juniors, did you keep anything from Shane?
Pardon?
Did you keep anything from Shane Gostisbehere during the World Juniors?
Keep anything as in just...
As in, do you have anything he hasn't seen?
I don't think so. That was a tournament where I didn't I was more along for the ride than actually playing, so most of what he saw was in practice, so I guess you can take it what it is.
Rob Sullivan from the Bridgeport Banner. Mark, can you just take us through the first goal?
That all materialized for my line mates. It was a great play all around. It was a dump in, and Trevor Mingoy went in there hard on the forecheck, got on their D, and they copped it up right to Connor McPhee coming down the wall, and I just went to the net. Connor gave me a great pass, and I just tapped it in.
Steve, is this one of the best games you guys played all season?
Yeah, I think it's got to be up there. I thought we had a good 60-minute effort. From the net out, I thought we were all fairly strong. We managed the game a lot better than we have in the past. We really kept them to the outside and limited opportunities.
Pat?
You guys just talked about tomorrow. Obviously, you're facing another great team in the country. How's your confidence level going into that game?
Yeah, I think we're pretty confident going into that game. Like I said, everyone in that locker room believes in ourselves and believe that we can get here and that we can win. So I think we're pretty confident.
Yeah, they're obviously the highest seed coming in here, and they had an outstanding year. And I don't think we're that familiar with them. Obviously, we didn't play them this year or anything, but we know the type of players I have with Shane Gostisbehere. He's one of the most dynamic players in the country. But we saw some of those guys tonight as well. So although they're a higher seed, and we feel ready to go.
Any other questions for the Providence student athletes? Thanks, guys. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thanks.
Questions for Nate?
Hey, Mark.
Steve, from the Providence Journal. Yeah, you weren't happy with the leadership of your team last Friday night when you lost to you. What do you have to say about that?
I thought it was a 20-man effort tonight. If you're going to beat a quality opponent like Quinnipiac, it's a 20-man effort. But we were ready to go tonight. And that's a lot on the leaders. They set a very good tone this week. It's tough, and I think it's tougher if you have bad practices in the week to have a really good game. So I think it starts in practice, and I thought the upperclassmen really had a good set a good tone.
Ken?
Nate, obviously I have to ask you about the matchup tonight with the Union. Your thoughts?
Who do we play?
What are your thoughts about that?
They're dynamic. I mean, Gostisbehere might be their best forward, even though he's a D. Dan Cars can really rocket it. I coached those guys for a year, so they're a great team. A lot of team speed. I was really impressed with their team speed today. I was really impressed with their guys. They rolled two lines, basically 2.5. So they're willing to have a short bench. It kind of keeps you on your toes there. And they're a great team. They're very deserving of the #1 rank in the nation, I think.
Coach, when you're in a short 20 minute set like this, goaltending can be so important. How crucial was John Gillies tonight, just early on, weathering the storm when you guys didn't have your footing, and then just the entire game, 37 saves, putting it together?
I thought we played a good first 10 minutes. I thought we played a really good first 10 minutes. I thought we scored the first goal, and I thought that got us going. But John's been our rock all year. And I thought he made better saves in the second period where they were getting some transition. There's some transition chances, and we had some soft gaps, and they were shooting through some screens. I thought he made some good saves there.
Brian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Quinnipiac essentially said that as far as your team was concerned, the physicality took them out of the game. Was that more of an emphasis for you tonight than any other game?
We came into tonight's game and we wanted to play our game. That was a big thing. I think when you come into these games, you want to play the way you play. You don't want to adjust too much. You don't want any kind of over respect the opponent, or because I think they can just kind of cause some paralysis. So we just want to play our type of game. We had a lot of respect for their forwards, so we certainly had to make sure that it was we didn't give them a lot of time and space.
Go ahead.
Nate, Anthony with the Boston Globe. It's been quite some time since earlier in the season when you played Quinnipiac. John, last day of that game too. I mean, what was the difference tonight in them from what you saw earlier in the season?
Well, I think one thing that helped us a lot is we had a week to prepare. You know, when we played them in the middle of the season, we didn't have that. You know, we had 2 days to prepare. We were coming off a tough league weekend, as they were, you know, and when it was in their barn, you know, and home fans mean a lot, you know, in college hockey to this age group. And so I thought the fact that we had a week, I think that helped our preparation a little bit better.
Nate, Mark Singleways, Melbourne Times Union. Rick talked today about how you really give him a second chance at coaching. What will it be like for you? Do you think it'd be impressive veteran him?
Rick earned his second chance. Rick's he's a hell of a coach, and you know, the one thing you learn, there's no such thing as a perfect head coach. There's perfect staffs, you know, and you know, I think once the puck's dropped, I can tell you, I don't think anyone on the ice is going to think about it. You know, it's one game to see who advances, and you know, that's our goal. And you know, there's really nothing that's going to kind of distract, you know, me or the team, I think, from that.
You had quite a bit of time to prepare for this game. For your next game, you don't, or did you previously prepare? And how's that going to play?
Well, you can't prepare because you know, like you don't know who you're going to play. So, and again, I mean, like at this time of year, you just want to play your brand of hockey. So, you know, like we'll look at some power play, we'll look at some penalty kill, and that's about all. You know, and we want to get back out there and get back on the ice. Fortunately for us, I mean, I was able to roll 4 lines a lot tonight. I think that helps us. And you know, I thought, you know, we just kind of managed that game in the third period pretty well. So fortunately, I think, you know, hopefully we didn't have to burn a lot of energy there.
Do you agree with some of your players that the end result, 4-0, wasn't that surprising?
Yeah. No. Play the game to win. You know, you got to believe in yourself, believe in your team, and I like our team a lot. It's one of the toughest teams I've ever coached, and you know, I mean, we played a lot of good teams this year on our schedule, and I think it prepares you for you know, any type of games this time of year. So if you don't believe you can be here, if you don't believe you can win games, you don't belong here. You'll never make it here.
Go ahead.
Josh, I know you talked a little bit about it yesterday in terms of how you see people in the Union like Union. But as we found out, when Providence and Union last played, you were the head coach there, and I was just wondering if you're excited at all.
Well, you know, again, like it's just about the game tomorrow. You know, it's about a game and an opponent that's standing in our way for us to get to the Frozen Four. So, you know, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm not thinking about it too much. Just want to go. Just want to play. Wish we dropped it in 60 minutes.
Jeff.
Coach, you talked a lot about your forecheck all year, and Coach, you know, gave you guys credit for your forecheck. I thought that first goal was kind of a perfect example of when you're playing well and using that forecheck, you know, how good things can happen. You talked about how important that was to get, you know, kind of off to that hot start right away.
Yeah. I mean, we're a little bit of a meat and potatoes team, and you know, it's. I thought we did a good job of executing on the forecheck there, and you know, when we're able to get in and you know, and play the body and kind of get after teams, we're able to get our body over the puck a little bit better, you know, and so it was a good shift by those guys. It was a really good shift. It was a heck of a play Trevor Mongoya made to win the race to the loose puck and get on it, and I thought it kind of disrupted them a little bit.
And real quick, I felt like Jankowski all year has kind of gone to the net, you know, a lot more than he did his freshman year, and that was kind of a perfect example of him, you know, going right to the net and, you know, finding the puck. But kind of
13 dirty area goals. You know, I've been charting them for him. 13 dirty area goals. That's where you got to get to. You know, this time of year, you know, you have to have, you got to get to the net to score this time of year. And that's, you know, I know you've been following us for a while, so you've seen the success of Noel Achari's line, but that's what they do. They get to the net well.